Your standards are the lowest level in which you're operating. They're not the goals you have. They're not the things you say you want to accomplish. Your standards match your output. And so it's what you're doing that define your standards, not what you say you want to do. Standards. Standards are the key to success. Standards are what elevate you from where you are to where you want to be. Standards are what separate you from everybody around you. I shared a video recently, a couple of days ago, and I shared with you guys that somebody at some point in my life who thought was giving me some really good, credible feedback, some advice that they expected would make my world better than it was the worst advice that I'd ever gotten. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Critical to understand that you need to be listening to people that you want to be like, not people that you don't want to be like. You need to be listening to people that you aspire to be, or that they do and have what you do and want to have, not the people that don't have what you don't have. But that's for a separate video. Standards. The last 48 hours, I've been spending time with a bunch of different people from across different places of the world, okay? And the one thing, the theme that keeps coming up over and over and over again when I'm chatting to these people, or when I'm hearing them talk to other people, or when I'm hearing them put out their content and delivering to their crowd, their tribes, one thing that they have all in common: standards. They do not settle for less than what they're capable of doing. And I don't really want to be coming across as too much in this video. Like, I realize there's people that are yelling in your face. You guys are going on YouTube and you're watching and checking out people and they're screaming and hollering. And, you know, sometimes that's my style. Sometimes that's not my style. Generally pretty chill, calm, cool, thought-provoking, collective, or at least I think so. I like to think so, right? But then there's times that someone says something or they do something and I'm in a mental frame and I'm in a certain spot in my mind that when they say it, I'm just like, boom. Yes, 100%. And this is that video, because the word that keeps coming over and over again is standard. So what does standards mean to you? I'll tell you what standards mean to me. Standard is not accepting anything less than you're capable of doing. Removing all excuses and all barriers that are in your way from stopping you from doing the thing that you said you were going to do. Challenges, obstacles, always. Like, this is something we all got to understand, myself included. Even on my bad days, I need to look and reflect and remember things get in the way, but standard is the key that unlocks and removes those barriers. Standards aren't doing what is easy to do when it's easy to do it. Nice. Everything worked out for you, and it worked out and it checked out and you got it done. That's not standards. Standards is removing the excuses. Standards is removing the barriers. Standards is following through on what you said you were going to do. Look, we have a Garonis creed. I'm going to take this right now. So my family, my wife and my two little girls, we come together and we put together a Garonis creed. Okay, and this creed, it consists of 10, call them commandments, ironically enough, 10 commandments that we live by. And one of the ones that we have, one of the 10 that I want to talk about today is standards. And this is what we have on here. Garonis Creed standards. We hold ourselves to high standards. What we do when no one is watching matters most. Effort matters. Standards is doing the things you're supposed to do behind closed doors when no one is watching. That's what standards are. Standards are who you are when there's no eyeballs on you. What are you saying? What are you doing? How are you thinking? How are you operating when no one is watching? Because we know when people are watching, we all bring our best game. When people are watching, we try and impress, right? We're trying to be the best version of ourselves. When people are watching, we want to show off a little bit. We want to show them that we know, and we want to see their look on their face, and we want to impress that person. But standards is doing all that when no one is watching. Standards is doing all that when you're in the room by yourself, like right now, where you don't have an audience, where the room is quiet, where there is no music in my head while I'm speaking right now, but I'm delivering the content that I genuinely think is going to make your life 10 times better. I didn't realize as I was going through my journey, gang, over the last few years and even 5-10 years, I didn't realize that some of the stuff that seemed like common sense to me, like standards, a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people don't understand the importance of it if they even know about it. A lot of people don't understand that being consistent with it is what's going to make the difference in your life. And remember, my goal is to help you get somewhere along the line in an upward trajectory from where you are to where you want to be. And I can promise all of us, myself included right now, I can't even get to where I want to be if I'm compromising my standards. So my video right now, this message to you guys, which was not intended, which was not planned, is to help you get somewhere in an upward trajectory from where you are to where you want to be. And my goal is to remind you that the people around you are going to compromise or try and compromise your standards. And if you're not around people who are constantly talking about standards, who are constantly talking about pushing the envelope, who are constantly telling you that you can be better, that you need to be better, that you got to do better, if those people aren't around you, and they're probably not, it's a rare thing to have everybody around you operating at the same pace and same level as what you say you want to be. That is a rare thing that we all need to seek. Again, separate video, separate topic. We could talk about proximity all day long, but this video is about standards. And I challenge every single one of you guys to look at your standards and say, are my standards the standards of an individual who I am saying to myself, I want to be like, or that I want to eventually be like, or that I want to achieve? And dude, no one's gonna know if you're telling the truth except for you. So if you're telling yourself you've got standards, if you're telling yourself that these are the things you want to accomplish, these are the metrics that you want, this is how you want to operate, these are the things you're going to do, if you're telling yourself that and you're not doing it, your standards are the lowest level in which you're operating. They're not the goals you have. They're not the things you say you want to accomplish. Your standards match your output. And so it's what you're doing that define your standards, not what you say you want to do. So one of the big reasons I wanted to come back and make this video, and the reasons I'm tying back the other video that I just put on a few days ago, where I talked about proximity and the worst advice that I've ever gotten in my life, tie into the one powerful word that we're talking about today, and that is standards. Do you know what excites me? What excites me is when I'm talking to one of my coaches and all I can hear and see and their body is vibrating, that they don't accept anything less than the standards that they've imposed on themselves. They're not changing how they want to operate, who they are, their ambitions, their goals. They're not changing, adjusting, or tweaking that for other people. It's like everything around them, it's either, listen, put it this way, it's like you're either for them or you're not for them. And I'm not going to say you're either for them or you're against them, but you're not against them because guess what they're doing? They're not even paying you any attention at all. If you were against them, that means they recognize you, they identify you, and they know that there's some resistance coming from them. These guys that I talk to, man, you're either for them, meaning you speak their language, you operate at how they operate, you have the same standards that they have. Everything you think, everything you do, how you move aligns with how they think, do, and move, or you're not. And they don't give you a second thought. And when I see that, what it does for me is first of all, it reinforces that I'm a healthy psychopath. Meaning, I recognize that someone who thinks this way, talks this way, and operates this way all of the time, 24/7, most people think are absolute crazy and a psychopath. I've accepted that now. I get that. I also understand that that's what it takes to achieve what you say you want to achieve, no matter how big or small. If you want to achieve something, that means you don't have it yet. Am I right? If you're trying to achieve or accomplish something, that means you're reaching for it, which means that you don't yet have it. And if you don't yet have it, that means that whatever it is you're doing up until now aren't the things, the behaviors that are going to allow you to achieve that, which means that those standards that you have for yourself need to lift. Because only when those standards lift and rise can you achieve your future desires. I hope that makes sense. That makes sense? Guys, Peter Garonis, entrepreneur, licensed realtor, property manager, owner, a bunch of other stuff, mindset, millionaire thinker, however you want to put it. I hope this message resonates with you. If you like it, pound it, like, share it. If there's someone in your family, someone, friends that need to hear this, you got to pass it on to them, okay? That's it.